Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 Aries. Welcome to my channel. And thank you all of those who have been supporting me and all of the new subscribers. Welcome. Go to my website. I want to show you how I'll start today. This is a reading for Aries. And I'm going to be using for the main reading this Mibramig Tarot. Very quirky, very, very interesting. And then a beautiful Lenormand Oracle card deck that my friend Shivani, thank you, created for me. And then I'll use my set of bone runes. And of course, the last part, I'll be using the fantasy tarot when I go through all of the signs. Shall we start? So, shall we start? Go to my website, www.christellemartinette.com, and take a look at what I do. You'll find that I work with past life regression. I work with an interesting form of soul therapy that allows us to see who crosses our path, what is the contract with them. Are there any negative blocks and restrictions, not only with that person, but a whole different set, a whole bunch of people who keep recurring in our lives, and what the storyline is. What do they do? Why are they there? I'm going to take this Mibramig, beautiful tarot deck, and let's see what's in store for us, Aries. Let's see what's in store for us. I don't see the chat going, so maybe it doesn't work. I don't know, but we'll see. If somebody come in and say, the chat is working, the chat is working. Well, Aries, geez. Very, very, very odd cards. Odd to say the least. Let me show you them. All right, so I've got the Tower. The Tower. Then I've got this Three of Swords. Then the beautiful World card, which is the focus of the spread. Then the Five of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. Okay, now, what am I getting? I'm getting that, first of all, Aries, something occurred right over the holidays that was out of your control, materially. You know, let me explain. For example, this is an example. You may have got into an accident, but it was the other person's fault. There was ice on the road and you didn't see them coming, they didn't see you, and boom. But as a consequence of that, you totaled your car. So a terrible financial loss as well. Okay, so there was a financial loss. And of course, everything that goes with it. You didn't have any vehicle to go to work and all of that. So that was a material loss, let's say a material loss. But also, that stopped you in your tracks and made you think of, well, who is around me? Is there someone who I can count on? Were they there for me when I really needed help? When I was thinking to myself, what's going on? Why, somebody to comfort me. Okay, so they weren't there. Now, this is an experience. This could have happened with a health issue. It could have happened. You could have ended up in the hospital, a broken leg or something that made you have a material loss, totaling your car, I don't know, a fire in some part of the house, or something that of a loss, a material loss. You may have lost an expensive piece of jewelry. something like that, that made you stop in your tracks, Aries, and made you think about everything that was around you. People who are no longer there, people who have had your back in the past, like a loving parent, who would have, taken you in and say, "Don't worry, come and stay here for a week," or "Let me, give you a cup of soup," or something that would have comforted you in some way. And what did all this create for you? Okay, we can say that there were tears. I don't have the money to get another car and all of that. But that isn't the true loss. Not even the idea of not having someone who I could really count on. There's not someone, not even that. Because what has come up of it, Aries, is a complete revision of your entire existence in this lifetime, and you thinking to yourself, "But I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm standing on my own 2 feet. I'm not doing bad after all." So you're revisiting your own person, walking by yourself, regardless of whether you have a spouse, whether you have a significant other, you have people who take care of you. No, you're reevaluating the strength of character that you have. And this alone has made it possible for you to fend off others who want to, in some way, bring you down or create difficulty in your life. It's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. In February, what do we see? We have you coming around, seeing all of that road that I have traveled. It was a long road. And you say to yourself, I'm here and I can tell you about it, And there is a little bit of not regret. There are no, I wouldn't call them regrets. I would call them a little bit of, chiding that you do with yourself. Come on, Aries. Yeah, what about that time that, you almost joke with yourself and you pull your leg, you say to yourself, "Oh, well, everything wasn't roses, and flowers. It's been difficult. Don't you remember that time?" But joking, in a joking way, you talk to yourself. You have this interior monologue. But what comes out truly is this feeling of, we're here, we are here. We're all here. That notion of one, that notion of one that you have, and that we all share. I'm going to use my dear friend's, I say it's hers, but I know that she has created it for me, the Lenormand. The Lenormand deck is and you recognize this because I use this for the projections of 2019. I did the mini grand tableau with these cards. And so this is a stylized deck of that. There are 36 cards. And they're very interesting. They're interesting for timing. They're interesting for seasonal work. They're interesting they're similar to the runes. They come down and give you a very precise response. I want to take a look first at the Tower. Let's take a look. Okay. The Tower, I have the ship, the moon, and the child. Well, maybe, just maybe, and I'm saying maybe, just maybe, all of that has occurred, that incident, or accident that really threw you for a loop, let's say, has made you think and understand the true importance of people in your life. Certain people, not people, but certain people. You're reevaluating someone that from the past who was there. Nonetheless, even if you kept pushing them away, they were there, and you reevaluate that. I'm going to take a few cards on this, the Three of Swords. And what do I have? I've got the Rider, the mouse, and the woman. The Rider, the mouse, and the woman. Well, we could say that, and I will say that there is a person in all of that who was notoriously absent, one specific person. And it is confirmation once again that they're not worth our thoughts. They're really not worth anything to us. They're just not. Nada. Nothing. One more card I'd like to take a look at, and this is the Five of Wands. Okay. The Five of Wands. All right. We have the Stork, the Heart, and the Mountain. And this tells me that, okay, nonetheless, remember I said there was a person, regardless, that was there for you. Be that as it may, they still are, even though there is a bond there, even though there is a crushing bond there, years and years and years, decades that you have spent together, there's always difficulty of actually being with them, actually thinking that they are the companion for your life. You may have pushed them away long ago. They were there for you, and it's a proof of their love for you, of their support for you. But Aries, nonetheless, there is a wall that you have put up. What can we say? Let's look at the runes for this. Okay, beautiful runes here. Let's take a look. Yeah, there was this season, the holiday season was important, all right? It was important. And you really did need that. You know, we really did need that to be able to say, I'm here on my own, all right? That's really important. But I saw sadness. I'm seeing sadness. Sadness for that idea of recognizing that that person is just, you know, that person wasn't there for you. The one person who had been in your thoughts wasn't there for you. He wasn't, or she wasn't there for you. It was a time when there was very little insight, very little knowledge of what was coming your way. But I do see that this karmically is really important, especially happening to you at the beginning of the year, because it's a life lesson, it's a karmic lesson. And I see that not only was it difficult for you, okay, knowing that you may be on your own. It is the realization that, yes, we are one. We are one. And you're still having problems understanding that with Tier Merkstave. You're still having problems with that really difficult idea of how I can't get my head around that. You know, I can't wrap my head around what it is to mean one. When sometimes I feel so alone, you know. There's also, you took a hit financially. I did talk about that on the turn of the year. There is the idea, however, and this is reminding you, this is Lagos, bright stave, that matters of the heart will be just smooth going as we progress from February onwards. So, ladies and gentlemen, Aries friend, let's say grazie to the universe for what we've experienced, regardless of how we feel. And we could kick somebody in the behind for what they were not there for us when we needed them. All right, so now what am I doing? Shuffling everything all around. I have enough time now to go, and we shall look at all of the signs in relation to you, Aries. So, nope, I'm mixing my decks here. I have the Fantasy Tarot. All right, now, let me put on these specs so I understand. And I see what I cannot see. All right, let's take a look. All right. Now, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Now, the reading for Aries was for Aries sun sign, Aries moon sign, and Aries rising. People have asked, yes, but I have in Venus. It doesn't matter. Wherever you have strong presence of these signs, come and watch. Okay, it's just typical for us to say sun, moon, rising. Wherever you feel the strongest pull in one of these, come and look at that reading. The same here when I say Aries in relation to another Aries or in relation to you yourself, it's that person's sun, moon, or rising. So let's take Aries and Aries, another Aries in your life, or the way you feel with yourself, in the way you speak to yourself. The Magician. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. The Magician, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for those of you who do have a significant other or another family member or a friend in your sign, this is, it's like fireworks. There's the sky is the limit. You know, there is. You have that feeling that the sky truly is the limit. And if there is no other person around you who is an Aries, you hold all of the cards, ladies and gentlemen, Aries friends. This is a beautiful month for you, February. It's as if you have so much time on your hands and you're thinking, what can I do? I've got time. I can do anything I want. Then an Aries and Taurus, I have the Knight of Cups. Beautiful card, isn't that? Well, look, you know, this could be a suitor. This could be someone coming into your life, and they are coming in with such interesting, an interesting way, because the way they come to you is with little pretense. They may come softly, but they do carry a big stick. My grandmother used to say, "A buon intenditore, poche parole." Those of you who understand, I don't need to talk very much. All right, now, this Taurus in your life is possibly a suitor, someone who's coming as proposing themselves to you as a romantic party. It could also be someone who's giving you something, who's actually giving you, offering you a job, who's giving you something that they don't use and you would like. It's actually a gift, something that is given to you. An interesting party, a person that is a positive energy. Let's go into the Gemini. The Gemini is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. This Gemini is a person who will, this person does have your back. This person does have your back financially. This person has your back spiritually. This Gemini is a person you want to keep close, whether it's a romantic interest or a business interest or a partnership. This is a person I like. I like the looks of that Gemini. Then we have the Cancer. Here the Cancer is the World. 2 times the World has come out. Twice. Cancer, the World. This is the person, the Cancer, is the person that may have been close to you over that difficult time, the crash or the broken leg or something. They were there. And the person that, however, you may have wanted to push away once, this person in the long run, and if it isn't, it's someone else who is going to be in the long run, someone who you can travel with, you can have adventures with, because they ultimately will say yes, even if they're a homebody. This is a person that you can, who is a good partner in crime for you, Aries, because they keep your feet on the ground. Let's go into now Leo. Interesting, Leo, look at this. The Knight of Pentacles. Look how different these two knights are. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. A hare. This is a hare, the rabbit hare. Knight of Pentacles. Leo, the Aries, this is a person who here is a reminder for you that, look, I have this for you when there is a rainy day and you need something, come to me. You know that I'm reliable. You know that I have your best interests at heart. Please don't forget that. They will remind you. Then we have the Virgo. Look how beautiful this is. Virgo is Temperance, the Temperance card. This Virgo person could be a parent, if you have parents alive still, who are both of them or one of them. This could be a parent that reminds you, Aries, that life, you may think, is a very long thing. In your 20s, when you were 20 years old, you know, you could kill your body, you could eat it, all this garbage, or you could do crazy things, and you thought there was no tomorrow. You know, everything is ending, never ending, the never ending life. This Virgo tells you, yes, but if you think about it and you put it in perspective, Aries, we are a speck of dust in the wind. Remember that. We're gone in this life. However, they do say, why don't you just widen your scope here? Don't think of today's pleasure, just one pleasure. Think of your universal existence and how what you do today may have an influence then in a different time dimension. That's the Virgo. Then we have this Libra card, which is the Three of Pentacles. Look at that. Look at the face hidden here. The Three of Pentacles. I like this Libra person. Have a lot of coins here, as if the issue of money, of your finances, seems to be projected to you from others all around you. As if you've taken a decision and others are trying to tell you, look, Aries, no, remember that you have to do that. Remember that you have that payment. And look, you have to put something away for your future and all. And this is a person, this Libra is a person who's one of those, who's the strongest presence for you, Aries, that tells you that. And they say, look, you remember that just as this has happened here over the holidays, it can happen again. Something, life will just throw us anything. So you need to prepare. And they're ones, the sorry about that. Every now and then my tongue gets tied. And they're the kind of person who is there telling you, I'm here with this help for you. Come to me. I will help you spiritually. They're a spiritual presence for you. Now we have Scorpio, and Scorpio comes out as La Luna, the moon. The moon. What a changeable person this is. Now, of course, those Scorpios out there may say to you, say to me, I'm looking at myself, say to you, Christelle, what do you mean? We're not changeable. We are the Scorpio in your life, this person, not all of the Scorpios in the entire world, the Scorpio in your life, or who's marginal in your life, Aries, is a person that you don't know, you do not know, and you will never know. And this is it's a hint for you that if there is a Scorpio in your life, there's something there that you'll never know. And we know that we can't ever know. So let's just, okay, that's fine. They have their issues. I've got mine. Carpe diem. Let's just move on. Then we have this beautiful card, the Lovers, for the Sagittarians. The Sagittarians that are in your life. These are people who are not only happy in your life, in their own life, but when you look at them, they will give you happiness. Especially in the month of February, they remind you of how happy they are, even though they clearly have all of the difficulties that everybody has in their life, but they're smiling, they're there, they're full of warmth, and they remind you that you too, Aries, have that possibility. Lovely people. This is a lovely, that I'm looking at that as a beautiful person. Then we have the Capricorns in your life. Now look, Aries, the card talks for itself. The Capricorns, again, this is not for all Capricorns. This is the Capricorn in your life, Aries. This is a person who will tell you, be careful, you have to do this, and they'll make you get fearful. Then we have the Aquarians around you, and it's the King of Cups. Now, the Aquarian may represent a person, a very significant other in your life. They may not. They may represent a person an older partner in your business, or someone who can offer you funds to proceed on a project that you have, someone who helps you, and not only morally, but financially as well. The person you want to. This is the go-to person for any kind of help. Then last but not least, we have the Pisces in your life, which is the Five of Swords. And here is the presence of a person in your life, Aries, that may not be as happy in the month of February, and may remind you that you shouldn't be too. They may remind you that you have some regrets in your life. They surely do. And they need to put those away instead of coming to you with them. I do hope this was of help, ladies and gentlemen, Aries friends. And like, share, and subscribe. I would love that until we read together again. Bye-bye.